Welcome friends to my kitchen. I am going to go see my grandsons and they requested that I made filhose or malassadas. So I'm gonna make 5 pounds of malassadas just to take for them. So I'm gonna start with my yeast. I have here half a cup of warm water and I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of dry yeast, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of 1 heaping teaspoon of 1 heaping tablespoon of flour. And I'm gonna let my yeast to bloom, set it aside and bloom. I keep my yeast, I buy the big packets and I keep them in a refrigerator. If you keep them in a refrigerator, they would last a long time. So anyway, so we'll leave this here to bloom. And then I have 2 cups of milk, 1 cube of butter, you want butter. I have 1 tablespoon of fine salt, half a cup of sugar and 6 eggs. This is a last minute kind of thing. Like I said, they requested that I make some malassadas or some filhose. So I figure, okay, I'll make them. They don't live close by me, so I'm gonna take it to them tomorrow. So I'm gonna heat this for about 1.5 minutes, just so that butter melts and the warms up the milk. Okay, I'm gonna put my salt in my flour, and I'm gonna mix it. You want to combine all that. I have recipes of my filhose or malassadas in my YouTube. You can always check the recipes there. A taste of Azores with Angela Castro. So anyway, you want your eggs room temperature. So you want all your stuff at room temperature. Some people add lemon. I don't add no lemon to my filhose. I'm gonna add the sugar and mix it. And then when that milk is warm, I'm gonna mix it in here. I'm only gonna make 5 pounds because I don't wanna have filhose left over. Well, I won't, I'll give them away. So, anyway. Wait for the milk to warm up. Okay, so now I'm gonna mix the milk and the butter with my eggs. And I'm gonna need also some more water. I'm gonna finish melting this. Okay, mix all my butter. And now I'm gonna put 2 cups of water and warm it up. Okay, I have all my ingredients here. As you can see, my yeast has grown. So we're gonna put the yeast, added the yeast to my flour. You know that is good. I'm doing this early in this morning, so I have other stuff to do. So I'm gonna put my eggs, my butter, my sugar, everything in here. And then I'm gonna mix it, and then I have 2 cups of water, and I'm gonna add as I need. I'm gonna see if I need after I mix with this. There's no special way to mix this. I like to do it by hand so the dough doesn't get tough. If you do it with a machine, I mean, if you have to, you do. but I find that if I do with the machine or with a mixer, I'm gonna pour the 2 cups. It gets a tough dough. I'm gonna need more water. I'm going to pour, so far 2 1/4, and we'll see as I go along. I don't think I'll need more, but this also depends the flours. The flour will change the consistency or how much liquid you need. And you just want to mix all those ingredients so you don't see no dry flour. And it makes it into a shaggy dough. Make sure there is no lumps. And it's gonna be warm, so in no time this is gonna rise. I don't think I'm even gonna put it in my oven to prove, but we'll see. And this is how you want it. See? Okay, so now I'm gonna let this sit here for about 10-15 minutes, and then I'll show you what we do next. It's been 15 minutes, and this is how my dough looks. So now I'm gonna try to do flips. Now I use both hands, and as you could see, I used only one hand to mix this. So now you're just gonna do stretch and fold. You stretch and fold, stretch and fold. Now we're shaping the dough to release that gluten and to start releasing the gluten and then forming the dough. So I'm gonna do this one time, and then I'll do one more time, and then that's it. So I'm gonna leave this another 15 minutes, and then I'll come back again. Okay friends, I'm doing my last flip and folds. Get your hands wet and do it again. And this will take no time, I can tell you already, to come up. This will fill up this bowl. And it's doing beautiful. It has little bubbles. And it's pulling away from the bowl when you pull to do strips and stretch and folds. Okay, so now I'm going to cover and let here on the counter, and then I'll show you when it's ready to fry. Okay, my malassadas or my filoche have grown. So some of you on YouTube have been asking for me to do, I have mentioned that if you don't know how to stretch, you can do into little balls and then put it in a cookie sheet and then let it rise, and then you can do your stretch. It'll make it easy to stretch. So I've had a couple message people that want to see how do I do it. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm just going to shape however the size that you want to make your filoche or your malassadas. And I'm dipping my hands on oil so the dough doesn't stick. And then I'm going to shape it into little balls and just put them in a cookie sheet. I have parchment paper so it won't stick. So anyway, and this is what you want to do. You want to do it and put it aside. This will make it easy if you're not familiar how to stretch it. This will be a lot easier to do it because the dough is going to grow a little bit. It's going to relax a little bit more, and then it'll make it easy to shape and make the malassadas or the filoche. So that's what I'm going to do today. These are for my grandkids that live in Idaho. They want some filoche, so we're going to go see them. So I figure I would make some for them. And since I've had people asking me to make it this way, so I decided I better show it. So anyway, so I'm going to shape this into little balls, all of it into little balls, and then I'll show you what's the next step. Okay friends, it's time to fry my donuts. So as you can tell, they have risen really a lot. And all you gotta do is grab them and let the gravity do its thing. Don't do much, you know, you don't have to do much stretching. You can just flip it around in your fingers if you want, but if not, just hold it and let the gravity do it itself. That way you don't have to be flipping around and doing all kinds of things. But because I've done this so many times, it's so easy. But if you just let the gravity, it'll be easier. You need your oil at 250. You don't want to put your FILHOSES in here or your Malassadas unless the oil is at 250, because otherwise they're just going to cook and soak up all the oil. So anyway, but this makes easier for somebody that is not experienced how to stretch, and one person can do this. For this quantity, one person can do it. Okay, I'm going to start lowering a little bit the stove, because I can tell they're getting golden really fast. And mine are big, so only 4 fits at one time. But if you make them smaller, not only it's going to give you a lot more of the donuts, but you can fit probably more in here. So anyway, so I'm going to fry all this, and these donuts, delicious donuts. And then when we take them out of here, I have a cookie sheet with a paper towel, and we're going to drain it there. And it's one delicious donut. Look at this. Look how fluffy and light. These are so light. I'm going to flip these. Looks like I'm only going to be able to fit 3 at a time. Okay, drain all the oil and stand them standing up. When you put them on a cookie sheet, have them standing up so they can, this cookie sheet is not very good, but do the best you can, so they can drain that oil. Anyways, get your hands wet, and then just let the gravity flip them around and just shake them. Okay? Anybody can do this. And try to make them as round as possible. Sometimes it doesn't happen. When I do them, it doesn't happen. Not if I don't shape them like this, but when I grab the dough, sometimes we try to figure out what kind of designs I'm making. I'm doing my own painting with the dough. I love when my sisters are helping me and they're trying to figure out what kind of shape. You want them to make bubbles all the way around. All the time. The dough to always be bubbling. Because if it doesn't, then it's soaking up too much oil. So, what we don't do for our grandkids, we did for our kids. Now our kids are all grown up, and we're doing all over for our grandkids. I love it. Love it. And this way, it makes a very fluffy filo or malassada, because the dough is very relaxed, and when it fries, it fluffs it up. That's why you have these. Okay friends, here it is, all my malassadas or my FILHOSES, however you are custom. The last one always has my name on it. I only eat them when they're hot, and that's it. And I need to try these. They are so fluffy. Look at this. Look how fluffy they are. This is like eating cotton candy. It melts in your mouth. For those people that have been asking for me to show how to make into little balls and easy to fry if you don't have the practice, this is for you. It is very easy to make. You let the gravity pull the dough. Anyway, I already have a recipe for FILHOSES or Malassadas on my YouTube. I've had many videos, but I'm gonna do it this one, and I will leave the recipe under the description. So you try this. You can do it by yourself. You don't need nobody. And when you make once, you can make it many more times. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Give me some thumbs up. Share my videos on your social media with your family and friends. Until next time, have a good day.